win a few. If you were a subscriber or have Twitch Turbo, you'd get to see this, unfortunately.
Well, I remember those warm summer Saturday nights under porch lights, watching the skies and trading our delights. Baseball cards spread out across the floor, dreaming of Willie Mays and wanting more. Frankie had a card I just had to get. Promised him my lunch for a week, no regret. A shiny full-wrap Jackie Robinson in his hand, turning the world upside down with my own collection brand. Collecting dreams, flipping through the past. Every card a story, making memories last. From Hank to Sandy, every face so grand, trading memories with every 40-cent pack. Mama said it's just paper and glue, but to me it's a world where dreams come true. Finding that gem in a dusty old pack, a treasure hunt that always brings you back. Got a Mickey mantle found in Dad's drawer, turned a few pages of legends and lore. We laughed at mustaches and mullets so wild, living our childhood one card at a time. Collecting dreams, flipping through the past. Every card a story, making memories last. From Ozzie to Griffey, every face so grand, trading memories with every 40-cent pack. Got 'em, need 'em all, everyday phrases, showing off the inserts and getting the praises. Our bike spokes rattling with doubles, baseball cards forever keeping us out of trouble. The days of our past we will never get back. More memories of those 40-cent packs. Can't wait to get a few more corners, loving opening those 40-cent packs.
All right, we are back with some bronze data. We're going to wait for the sim to come in here. So we got a few seconds. We'll find out if the bounty has been given away. The download is in. The sim is in. Will flying WV ears win it? They will. Man, I got destroyed 6-1 today in both bounties. Just wasn't my day, I guess. But hey, I'm always happy to give you guys packs away. So congratulations. 7-1. Flying Ears will take it. Ellie De La Cruz is your player of the game. Any errors by me? Nope. Doesn't look like it. Nope. And doesn't look like any errors on the other side either. 0-0. Yeah. 8 hits apiece. However, the runs are what matters, and it is 7-1 for the Flying Ears. So again, congratulations. Go out. Big round of applause goes to the Flying Ears for taking the draft bounty. Your account over the next 24 to 48 hours. And the person that beat me in the bronze was not part of the chat today, so they do not qualify. Look at all these tired players. So you guys are playing for in-game packs now. The Pirates, the Pope's Pirates, who are not compliant, they advance. The Flying Ears advance. The Battle Kings advance. A-Dub advances. The Chargers advance. Everything else is going to a Game 5. So you guys can track that. All the best in winning the in-game packs. So Flying WV, I've got your username already. You do not need to give that to me. All right, before we do the bronze data, I do have to redraw another name for the early bird because that person I don't think is here. I'll shout them out one more time just in case they showed up. Tim Collins, are you in the house? Last opportunity. Tim Collins. Tim Collins, 345. Maybe you went to the washroom. Timmy. If not, gonna draw another name. A little bit of a delay here, so we'll see if they show up. And Tim Collins is no longer the winner. Our next winner. Do we have KDR Twitch? KDR Twitch. KDR. Yeah, I'm sure you did, A-Dub. Well, you should have used your Applebee's. Applebee Hound account. KDR Twitch. Be one of those days where we go through like 10 people before we find a winner. Again, we'll give KDR Twitch until about 10 minutes. And if KDR Twitch is... hey, Deb, can you time this guy out? This guy's just trolling. You're one of my mods. You can time him out. That's uncalled for. KDR Twitch. There you are. Okay, KDR Twitch, what is your perfect team username? You are the winner of our early bird draw. Is it simply KDR Twitch? You can't add points, A-Dub. Ken R48. My mods cannot add points. You know what, A-Dub, geez. That is abuse of power. You know what's coming. There you go. You will not abuse your power, young man. Good. And you lost 100 points. Yeah, nice try getting it back. All right. Thank you, Ken. Those 5 packs should show up in the next 24 to 48 hours. You joined Flying WV as our winner today. We also have 10 packs to give away in the pack opening contest. And feel free to enter that. We're going to close that off in about half hour to 40 minutes time. And there are SL packs number 3 out there for $39K. You're guaranteed a gold card from one of 4 sets that have recently come out. So if you're willing to do that, I'm going to be opening one just before the pack opening contest because someone redeemed their Helm Biscuits for me to open up one of those packs. Okay, let me just get to the right windows here. We are going to present to you some data from Bronze. If you have never played Bronze before, now's your chance to get in. And most of these cards I was familiar with already. There were a couple that kind of caught me off guard. So let's take a look. Those of you that have played the Cape Cod Sharks, and I think he's still in chat. He said he'd be around when I did this. X-Serpent. Now, I don't know where X-Serpent is from. Where are you from, X-Serpent? Can you give us a general region if you don't want to give your exact location? Although I would prefer the city you are from. Massachusetts. Okay. I got to remember that. It's a little vague for me to do what I'd like to do, but Cape Cod. Okay, that makes sense, Lap. Put 2 and 2 together and get Cape Cod. Okay, so let's go through this, folks. And then after this, we'll do our pack opening contest. For all the new players out there, I like to mention this every week because there are people out there that are new to the game, trying to get their feet wet and understand how to play and how to achieve better results. One thing you need to remember, you new players, is that all the live cards, the ratings are dynamic, meaning the ratings will change over time. The first rating changes should come on May the 5th. Monday, May the 5th, you should see a big live card update and new live cards put in the game at the beginning of every month. The first Monday of the month, live cards change. So that means a bronze card can become a silver. A bronze card can also become an iron. A bronze card might even become a gold. It all depends on the real life performance of these players. So again, can someone give me a player that is doing really well in the month of April? Give me a name. Throw a name out there. Who is someone that is just ripping it up in April? Whoever that player is, Soderstrom, Yokido says. Do you know Yokido off? A-Dub, take his points away. Take away 100 points. Do you know what Soderstrom's rating is right now? Yokido, what is he currently? Torkelson, Bregman, 57. Okay, well, that's a great example then, because very good chance he's going to go up to at least a bronze, maybe even a silver. So if you own a Soderstrom, his quick sell price is 5 perfect points. Chances are he's going to go up to at least a bronze, where he'll be at least 25 perfect points. So imagine if you owned 10 Soderstroms, you sell them for 50 points total. Now they're worth 250 points total. Imagine that 2 or 3 months from now, he becomes a gold. Each gold Soderstrom would be worth 1,000 points minimum. So you've turned your 50 points as irons into 10,000 points as golds. And if for some reason he goes up to a perfect sometime this year, each of those Soderstroms is worth 20,000 points minimum. Your 50 points as iron becomes 200,000 points as perfects. So what a lot of people will do in OOTP, they will speculate. They will buy up a lot of the cheap iron live cards, maybe cheap bronze cards, hold on to them, and hope that they progress up to higher levels, and then sell off all their duplicates at the end of the season. That's something that you can do. But again, you have to kind of know what's going on in real life. Same thing can happen. They can drop a level. They could be a gold and go down to a silver. So that card that was 1,000 points on May 4th becomes worth 100 points on May 5th with the ratings change. So it works both ways. You want to sell high, buy low. Any duplicates you have of cards you think might drop, sell them off before the live update, and buy up cards like Soderstrom or Bregman or Schwarber or Torkelson. Some of the cards that were mentioned in chat here. So again, a good chance to make some money. Last year, I had Fussmucker that was one of the top live spec players. He earned many of us lots of points by giving us advice. I got lots of points. He's no longer playing the game, but I had one month where I earned over 500,000 perfect points just from doing what I'm talking about. So for all you new players out there, Something you might want to consider before May 5th. Remember, though, as we get closer to May 5th, those cards go up in price. I mean, people know what they're worth and they sell them for higher. So you may not get a Soderstrom or Torkelson or Bregman for as cheap as you might get them over the next few days. Also remember that currently many of the live cards are good to play in tournaments. If they're tournament eligible, a lot of them are really good meta cards for their position, especially pitchers. Pitchers at the lower levels really are good cards to use. Next up, variants. If you're unfamiliar with variants, if you pull a card with a red border, that is a variant card, which means you could increase the ratings on that card 5 different times, boosting it up to that purple level 5 area. You do have to use cards in your collection to do that. And if you use those cards to boost your variant, you lose them. We have had people that have lost perfects and meta diamonds because they used them to boost a low-level variant, and now they're not part of their collection anymore. Do not use your tournament cards, your highly valuable cards to boost. Try and find cheaper ones because you will lose them. They will be taken out of your collection. Also, if you don't know where to start, if you're feeling overwhelmed, the data we're going to give you today can help you get started in bronze for at a very cheap level. You can start in iron, you can play silver, and you don't need a ton of variants just to get started. There are some tournaments out there that have low variant maximums, and there are some tournaments that have no variants. Or play the live tournaments. There are no variants in that one. And the iron live, the bronze iron, the silver are pretty cheap to buy the cards to participate. And finally, the 5th tip, always check your tournaments out after the fact. You can go in for up to 5 or 6 days and check finished tournaments. Take a look at the winning teams. Take a look at the cards they're using. Take a look at the common cards that are used amongst the top teams and see if you can pick up a few of them and add them to your roster. In no time, you will start doing better in tournaments and earning some of those packs. And always remember, we all know the variants. You could win 3 tournaments in one day and then 5 days later win another one. You will go in streaks. I showed you in the 5L, there were 3 teams that finished first, second, or third in the last 3 days. That's a little bit of a streak. That happens in quicks. I've won 4 tournaments in one day, and then it's been 5 days before I won another one. So be prepared for that. Don't destroy your roster because you've had one bad day. Give it some time. Okay. And sell your Vinnies, apparently. Vinnies might be a card you might want to sell. Also, with the live cards, any player that is injured for an entire month will not have a ratings change. So if someone did not play a game in April because of injury, their rating will stay the same. If they played a few games in April and got injured, there's a possibility they could slightly move up or down. Amaker. Xanth, absolutely. Questions are good. We have a lot of people that know things here. Some other players, Armstrong. Now remember, some of these cards are already, gold and diamond. But if they're having a great April, you go from a 4,000 gold to a 20,000 or a 4,000 diamond to a 20,000 perfect. That's a 16,000 point gain. I was a person actually set default rosters. You mean so that when you go into a tournament, you can pick the same roster all the time? You don't have to keep adding players? Is that what you mean, Xanth? You've been okay. Or you mean sliders or you mean rosters? rosters. Oh, so you want it so that if you enter a tournament and don't do anything, it automatically puts in a certain roster? But if you enter a tournament, yeah, all you got to do is again, I go to bronze, I sign up, and then I pull down one of my saved rosters. And then your saved rosters are ones that you create on the roster builder. So you go to roster builder, create new roster, give it a name, pick the type of tournament it is. So if it's bronze, and then at the bottom, which specific bronze tournament you want to create a roster for. Pick that one, click save, go back in, add your cards. Once you add your cards, save it within that file, come back out and update it, and it will be part of your drop-down menu. You had no rosters in that list. Yeah, did you click the upload to roster? Because when you create one, you have to come back here and update the. Oh, there you go. Okay, good. Yeah, and that's a common mistake, Sam. Like a lot of people will create rosters and go, where are they? They're not in my drop-down menu, because you have to actually upload it on this page here. You can also take some off because there is a limit that you can have. You can go to more actions and you can delete your roster if it's one that you don't use anymore, just to kind of tidy it up a little bit. You can change the restrictions. You can copy the roster. So if you take a roster off, like this PTCS bronze, I don't need anymore, delete. Yes. It'll still have it there, but it will no longer be part of your pull down menu. I either have to re-upload it, or if I'm never going to use it again, I can go delete roster again. And it's gone from the server. But yeah, no, that's a question I'm sure a lot of people have asked, like, where are my rosters? Hold the Immortal Lindor in the spot pack after getting 5 golds in a row. Stop now. That's right. Stop now. Okay, good. Let's get to it, guys, because put a lot of work into presenting all this data here, and so has Serpent in putting all this together for us. And again, Serpent is in the chat, busily working away. So once we finish the pictures, if you have any questions about other pictures that you don't see, Serpent can give you a little bit of information. And then the same with the batters. Okay, top 10 pitchers in terms of FIP. It also gives the WOBA as we get into the top 5. Minimum of 1,100 innings pitched, and all this is from Bronze Quicks. It is not from the dailies or specific bronze tournaments. It's only from the Bronze Quicks. Those are the best of 5s that many of us enter all the time. Coming in at number 10, Mr. Roop, live card. He had a 3.716 FIP and a 0.31 WOBA. I'm putting the WOBA for each as well because some people see some value in that, but these are ranked by FIP. And if you play bronze, let us know if this specific card is on your team. Let us know. Yeah, I play a Roop, or yeah, I play that. Coming in at number 9, Yariel Rodriguez, a very popular pitcher in bronze. He's a live card, 3.675, and his WOBA 307. There you go, Serpent. There's a good question for you. Coming in at number 8, Again, this is more specific GT to the bronze quick, not so much maybe the drafts, because the data doesn't include the drafts. And plus, most drafts don't just have bronze players. They have perfects and diamonds and silvers. So the 5L maybe, but the 5L's 1914. That's going to be a different set of meta players. The 6L is 1996. That'll be a different set of meta players. This is specific just to the bronze quick. So modern era, I guess. Mace Brown. Historical card. 3.658. 312 Woba. Coming in at number 7. Alec Marsh. Another live card, 3.654 FIP. 305 Woba. Like I said earlier, a lot of live cards are meta cards right now, especially pitchers. And coming in at number 6 for bronze quicks, Declan Cronin. And I was not on this guy in my bullpen. I am now. I mean, if he's one of your top relievers out there, I'm going to add him. 3.648 FIP and a 323 Woba. So 4 of the top 10 so far are live cards. And not only that, all you new players out there, remember live cards change their ratings. So once we get to May 5th, you may lose some of these bronze players if they go up to silver. If they drop down to iron, you're not going to lose them on your bronze quick roster, but their ratings will change and they might not be as impactful as they are now. So this will help you guys out for the next 11 days, basically, maybe a little bit longer. All right, let's go into our top 5. Lloyd Boyd, our manager of our top 5L manager right now from the Peggy O's, saying that Rodriguez in his starting rotation. Same with Arthur's. Yeah, some of them are relievers, yeah. Castanar says Yari as the number 3, Roop as the number 5. So still in the top 10. And again, there's not a huge difference in FIP, as you can see. It's like decimal 0 something. So I could see them interchanging on other people's top 10 list. Next up, we go a little bit more depth on the top 5. Number 5, this is a guy that's played 5,920 innings pitched. So that's a pretty good sample size. He has a FIP of 3.626 and a WOBA of 323. Our number 5 pitcher is Patrick Sandoval. I don't know, Castanar, if he's in your top 10 for your data. It's a lot of innings pitched. Here you see the shape. And as Serpent said, yeah, you see a lot of similar shapes for these players. Coming in at number 4, just over 4,500 innings pitched. He's got a FIP of 3.614 and a WOBA of 314. Kyle Harrison, lefty. And kind of this shape here, this flat shape where they're not really weak in anything and not really overly powerful in anything. Again, that's kind of a common shape too we've seen in this first month for pitchers that do well. A lot of green there. So that is your number 4 pitcher, another live card. Only had 1 historical so far. Number 3, this guy, over 9,000 innings pitched. Like I said, Serpent has collected a lot of data. 3.61 FIP and a 0.309 WOBA. Jordan Hicks from the San Francisco Giants was not on my radar. I had not been using him in tournaments. I am now. A little weak on the control, but really strong against the righties otherwise. 66 overall. And like I said, pretty good sample size of over 9,000 innings pitched. Has anyone else out there been using Hicks? Number 2. Little smaller sample size, but still over the 1,100 minimum. 4,200 plus innings pitched, almost, 42 and a half. A WOBA of 286 and a FIP of 3.312. Number 10 for Castanar. And Vishka's been using Hicks or so. Okay. Number 2, our first variant. Number 2 bronze by FIP is the Jim Booten. We knew we'd see him. There he is coming in. There's his level 5 ratings. Again, he is juiced except for stuff against the lefties. And again, the more juiced they are, the bigger their ratings change when you boost them. So he was weakest in stuff and control, so he gets only +6 there. He was strongest in pitcher BABIP, so he gets a big boost in pitcher BABIP. Level 5, Booten, you're probably going to pay over $50,000 to get one of these on the variant shop. People always watch out for him. He's been one of the top gets right from the start. There was a level 4 that went up for sale that I think CWIT bought for about $55,000. He got a really good deal on that one. Well, your number 1 has the lowest sample size. Any guesses who our number 1 pitcher is? We will let you know after the break. Put your guesses in. We'll be back in a few minutes' time. This one is for Cub fan Steve.
How was your day, sweetheart?
It was fine, but my neck is a bit sore.
Mine too. Do you think it's our mattress?
No, I'm quite certain it's the human beings sitting on our backs.
RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. We wake up in the morning and we comb our hair, put on our Mountie underwear, protect the country at any stake, playing with horses on every lunch break.
Hey, Buttercup! Come play, Buttercup!
Canadian pride we represent. We usually wear gray, but you know us the best when we wear red jackets and fancy hats. Watch us bust and move in our Mountie pants.
Go, Daryl! You've got soul, Daryl! Go, Daryl! Go Daryl! Go, Daryl, go!
RCMP, heroes on horseback from sea to sea. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
In all of North America, they're the largest force that cares for ya.
RCMP, we're the Mounties! Like the police, but for the whole nation. Protect the PM in every situation. We're the fighters of federal crimes, like people producing fake dollars and dimes.
Hey, Bill! That looks like a fake bill!
In certain regions where the local cops protect the streets and make the crime stop. For others we guard their highways the best, enforcing safety in our flashy vests. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. We're the mounted Mounties and we draw the line on dangerous stuff from other countries to mine. Protect the nation from all around and keep the border safe and sound.
Good night, border. Sleep tight, border.
RCMP, heroes on horseback from sea to sea. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
In 1920, they became the crime fighters that saved the day.
Mounties! Our fancy coat is called a surge. It's fresh and fierce and gives us courage. Our baggy pants aren't possible, but they make sitting like this possible. Look at me, I'm on a horse's back. Our steeds are trained and they're always black. They're usually just for ceremonies, cause a car is faster than your average pony. So come on horses, it's giddy up time. We're taking you out for the musical ride. It's the yearly time when we tour the land, and even the horses learn how to dance.
Oh, Canada.
RCMP, heroes on horseback from sea to sea. RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
Those Dudley two-rights do no wrong. Come on now, horses, move along.
RCMP, we're the Mounties. So, definitely not the mattress then.
Nay.
All right, we are back from the break, and just a couple little announcements here. Again, the dock is not on today, so we will not be raiding into the dock. The commish should be on, I believe, at 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't think I'll be able to stay on that long, maybe another hour. I don't know if there's going to be anyone starting up after me at 5:30 Eastern. If any of the affiliates are listening and going to be streaming in an hour time, please let me know and I can raid over. Also, the D-Block request. D-Block had to leave. He wanted me to open up a spot pack. I've refunded his biscuits, so we will do that another time for D-Block. Let's continue on. We had a couple guesses for today's number one FIP pitcher, a guy that was on my radar, and I was trying to sneak in a copy of him for the last couple weeks. And then he was made more on my radar by Serpent, and I was really trying to get him. Dylan, who was first in the chat today, nailed it as soon as he came in. He mentioned this guy. What was a little bit of a secret, more of a secret over a week ago, is no longer going to be a secret. He is going to be up there with Jim Booten in terms of people paying for him. His last 10 is under 10,000 right now. That is no longer going to be the case because based on early stats, this guy is going to be in demand. Not a lot of them I've seen on the shop. In fact, none I've seen on the shop since I've been looking for them actively. Yes, the level 5 Jim Booten or a level 5 James Baldwin from the Chicago White Sox. 2.602, WOBA of 264. I was a little bit surprised because some of the pitchers I was having success with, Bobby Miller, I was using Bido. Those guys were not in the top 10. So I'm going to change my lineup up around a little bit and hoping. Last year, I might have been able to sneak one of these guys that was listed for a low price, but because of the 48-hour auction now, it's going to be very tough to get this card. Again, only 1,144 innings pitched, so it is a small sample size. But many of you in chat seem to agree that he is the best pitcher out there in bronze. You got one, did you? And you, how much did you pay? Probably less than 10,000, right, Dylan? I'm betting. Yeah, it is going to spike. It will. Yeah, I had Bido as my number one pitcher on my team for a long time. He is no longer going to be there. I mean, remember, this will not include any of the historical cards that came out in the last 2 weeks because they don't have the innings pitched yet. Like a Ray Caldwell has a very small sample size. So once he gets to play a little bit more on teams, get a better idea where he fits. 3K. Wow. Captain Kegleg, you do not have a Baldwin. Come on. There's no way 2 people in chat have a Baldwin. Does anyone else also have the Baldwin? There's some more specific stats. Just and again, he's stronger against the lefties. And I'm going to show you a stat a little bit later which kind of makes you wonder why he's as successful as he is. Oh, and Serpent has, oh, you must have got him recently too. Yeah, I haven't seen one listed for a while. Well, of course, because you're a member of HODL now. Your secret was probably the guy that made this list up, right? You guys go out to a movie together too, huh? Do you share popcorn? All right. All right. All right. Here's some other information for you guys. The most used pitcher. So Serpent gave me the pitcher that has the most innings pitched. Can anyone guess who this might be? 60,270 innings pitched. Not a small sample size. That was a good one, I have to admit. He is your things to your wings. Your Batman to your Robin. Your jelly to your peanut butter. Your yin to your yang. Yeah, you guys just have fun with that. You guys can go watch. You guys go watch romance movies together now. Ooh, look, Bette Midler's on. HODL. Is that short for hotel? I don't know what HODL's short for. Get a room. Boiled egg, thank you for resubbing. 22 months. Speaking of guys that, I would share popcorn with, it's boiled egg. Because he's been a subscriber here for 22 months. Our biggest gift subscriber, 69 gift subs. And he wants me to say that the Kings found a scouting report on Stuart Skinner. It's simply 4 words, just shoot on net is a scouting report. You're not lying. That's true. All right, the guy that is used the most with over 60,000 innings pitched, he's got a higher FIP, of course, and 314 WOBA is the regular Jim Booten. I thought it would be a live card as well, but nope. There are enough people out there with the non-variant Jim Booten, and you should have him. I'm using him in the bullpen right now, but you notice the big difference between the regular and the level 5. Some other visuals that Serpent was able to give me. If we compare the regular Jim Booten with the level 5 Jim Booten and take a look at the corresponding stats, red means it's worse. Blue means it's better. Of course, the regular one is going to be blue in all the ones because he's played more. Batters face, strikeouts, and so on. But you can see a huge difference. This is one of the variants that is a big upgrade. Not all variants are going to be huge upgrades, so we'll show you an example later. But this one is. Like, you can see why this card's going for between 50 and 100K. And that's not even boosted up, and it's going for that much. So for those of you that analyze stats a lot, help me out, help others out, help the new people out. What would you consider the biggest improvement if you had to pick one category here for a bronze quick tournament that makes the level 5 dominate? Just one category. Which one kind of raises your eyebrow the most? Help me understand. Is it the R9 difference? Is it the WOBA difference? What's the biggest one? I know there's more than one that are important, but if you had to pick one, what would it be? So a couple people saying home run suppression or home run percentage. Woba and FIP for Dylan. Like Woba is a 0.03 difference. Home run percentage is huge. It's almost double. So he cuts his home runs in half. Whip is, a little bit better. BABIP's pretty close. Serpent's a Woba guy. Yeah, big difference in Woba there. So I thought we'd show you that. The next one, well, we said this was the best pitcher in bronze right now. So let's compare the regular James Baldwin, for those that can't buy one of the other ones, with the level 5 variant James Baldwin. Here you see kind of things back and forth. So the regular James Baldwin on the left has a better K per 9. Remember, this is not a huge sample size with the variant. The variant has just over 1,100 innings pitched. BABIP exactly the same. So I think in a month from now, we'll have much more accurate data. Actually, this level 5 with the updated is over 6,800 innings pitched. So Serpent gave me some real recent data last night. So now he has a much bigger sample size. So he's got about a third of the innings pitched as a regular card. Anything surprising, shocking, stand out for you here? The home run, yeah, look at that, right? He only gives up 25% of what he gives up as a base card. So the home run suppression, if we go back to the actual card, where was it? There it is. So as a regular card, it's 80 and 58. So he's probably given up a lot of home runs to right-handed batters. And going up to a 64 must cut a lot of that off. Yeah, huge difference in home run percentage. Strikes out more. Interesting. Definitely is an odd one. The K numbers. So there you go, James Baldwin. And comparing level 5 James Baldwin with level 5 Jim Bouton. If you have both of these, like I'm sure Dylan or Serpent has both of them. Do you guys have both of these? If you do, Baldwin is much better. So even though they're 1 and 2 as top pitchers in bronze, Baldwin by far blows away Bouton. That's why Baldwin is going to skyrocket after showing you this today. If you were not aware of James Baldwin, you are now. And I'm not going to be able to get him as cheap as I might have if I didn't show you this. No longer is it a HODL secret. The secret is out. Serpent has a 5 Bouton and 3 Baldwin. Dylan does not have the Bouton. You're not in HODL? I thought it was St. Louis Browns HODL. Did they strip you of that already? Did you not pass the rookie test? Yeah, look at this difference. I mean, this is huge. And it's enough of a sample size now with over 6,800 innings pitched. The only edge for Bouton is BABIP. And home run percentage, big difference. Walk percentage, big difference. So this is kind of, what was the big combinator card last year? More modern day pitcher that came out late in the game that everyone was trying to get. Forget who that was. Okay. How about we go to hitters? Josh Beckett. Yeah, that's who it was, Dylan. Josh Beckett. So for hitters, the minimum average is 2,500 plate appearances. I know, Serpent, you gave me 2,000, but I went through and I boosted it a bit. I still use the data you gave me, but I eliminated anyone under 2,500. I wanted just a little bit more of a larger sample size. So I'm going to show you the top 10 hitters by WOBA and to show you their OBP as well, and more specific details on the top 5. So here are your bronze top 10 hitters. Yeah, Beckett Huseman was the one I was thinking of over Kennedy. Number 10, there's only 100 copies out there. I have one of them. Some of you must have them. Of course, Serpent has them, probably has one. Dylan, I don't know if you have one. It is the LE limited edition bronze snapshot card, Frank Robinson, who comes in with a WOBA of 350. So I was able to get him from a community member when he came out, or at that time, the last 10 price was about 4,800. I think I paid close to that. Frank Robinson coming in at number 10. Plays first base, plays the outfield. I think I have him playing first base on my team. Coming in at number 9, a red flag card. And we'll talk about that later. I think those of you that play a lot of bronze know why I refer to him as a red flag card. But Pumpsy Green. And the snapshots are the one that tend to dominate the hitters here. There's a lot of snapshot cards. But Pumpsy Green comes in with a WOBA of 351. Shortstop, DH. Number 8, the variant level 5 version of Jeff Keppinger. It's the peak Jeff Keppinger, 353 WOBA. Of course, many of you, if you don't have the variant, you might play his regular card. Green comes in number 3 on Castanar's list. Coming in at number 7 for WOBA, Toronto Blue Jay, Tony Batista. Second baseman, I use him against the lefties. I don't have him against the righties. I just find his profile, other than power, is not good enough for me. But I do use him against the lefties at second base, I think. 353 WOBA for Tony. Yeah, right out of the gates, Floyd. As soon as I saw this card, I said I got to have the variant. Unfortunately, he's probably one of the top 5 variants that people want right now, along with Booten and now Baldwin. But yeah, I like Batista really good. Good thing your stats are a little bit more similar on batters. Yes, good thing. And coming in at number 6, just outside the top 5 for WOBA, Brad Miller, the snapshot regular base version of Brad Miller. And again, we're talking minuscule differences in terms of WOBA. I mean, 0.004 between number 10 and number 6. 2,500 plate appearances, Brad Miller. So as I said before, this will not include any of the newer cards, probably the baseball reference cards, like, for example, the Simpson card, pitcher for bronze, probably is going to be in the top 10 once he hits his innings of 1,100. Probably going to be one of the top bronze variants as well, that Simpson pitcher, but just didn't have enough data yet, I guess. because he's only a couple weeks old. Number 1 is what, Simpson for your pitchers? He's definitely, he's going to be up there with Booten. And I mean, I would say if you could have any 3 bronze variants, it'd be Booten, Simpson, and Baldwin. Man, if you had a roster with those 3 level 5 variants, you're going to win a lot of tournaments. Oh, Miller at number 1. Okay. Here are your top 5. With 38,864 plate appearances. It says 4, but this might be 5. Woba of 356. Actually, let me just double check, make sure I didn't miss a slide here. Yeah, it should be number 5. Just fix this on the spot here. I don't now, I'll forget later. 5. All right. Woba 356, an OBP of 333, 38,000. Our number 5 hitter, Tuffy Rhodes. No surprise there. I think a lot of you would have guessed that Tuffy Rhodes would be somewhere on this list. Again, you can tell by the plate appearances. A lot of managers use them. And this is the information for the non-variant. So this is just the base card, Tuffy. Very interesting profile. Much better eye against the lefties, but a much better power against the righties. Now, I'm curious, do you guys that play Tuffy, do you play him both ways? Do you platoon him? Because again, he's got that shape where he doesn't really dominate on one side. What do you guys do with your Tuffy? And while you're putting your answers there, I'm going to take a quick break here. We'll be back in a few minutes and finish off our batters. A lot of cool stuff still to come. Then we're going to open packs. If you haven't filled out the Google form yet, it's pinned in the top of the chat. Type in who you think are going to be part of the top 4. No spoilers, Serpent. Who are our top 4 hitters? And what do you do with Tuffy? Back in a couple minutes.
Out of the park, la 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 la, boom boom boom. Are you ready? Here we go. Babe Ruth with the power swing, Mickey Mantle, he made hearts sing. Jackie Robinson, he broke the game. Legends live in the Hall of Fame. Swing batter swing, hit a home run. Under stadium lights, having so much fun. Heroes made on that diamond stage. History scribed on every page. Hank Aaron chasing records bold. Reggie Jackson's story forever told. Willie Mays with those glove snags, immortalized in those old Giants rags. Swing batter swing, hit a home run. Under stadium lights, having so much fun. Heroes made on that diamond stage. History scribed on every page. Stealing bases and making plays. Johnson sending fastballs ablaze. Bat cracking and cheers filling the air. Legends shaping everywhere. Sandy, Andy, Lou, and Frank. Reds, Dodgers, Tigers, and Yanks. Every player and every stat, we are cheering on each pitch and at bat. Swing batter swing, a home run. Under stadium lights, having so much fun. Heroes made on that diamond stage. History scribed on every page.
All right, we are back here. Finish off our top WOBA batters. Thank you guys for tuning in. Let me just check out the chat here. So Wayne Simpson, there's some stats on Wayne Simpson. Looks like innings pitched 16,000. So he doesn't come in on the top 10? Or did I just miss him? I think a FIP of 390. Oh yeah, so I think he just missed out. Yeah. You only have Tuffy with 327 plate appearances, the regular one? Wow. Okay, let's continue on. Number 4 with a WOBA of 357, OBP of 320, over 6,000 plate appearances. Let's give it up for level 5 variant Chris Davis. Again, one of the top 5 cards people are going for. So he's got a very similar kind of profile to Jose Canseco as well, except Chris has much better BABIP against the righties than Jose does. A little bit of speed, only plays left field or DH. And a lot of people looking for him in the variant shop. This, again, is a popular card that people have in their lineups. 6,000 plate appearances. So we have 2 variants in the top 10 so far. Next up, WOBA of 358 and an OBP of 351. Interesting, not a level 5 one this time. It's a level 3. I don't know if the level 3 is just better than the level 5. Or does no one have a level 5? Yeah, interesting one here. And I agree. The auction shop needs a little bit more user friendly. Like they have to have a watch list on that. Like that's my biggest want for the variant auction shop is a watch list. Like so many times I just want to be able to click and save that guy so I can just have 5 or 10 of them and bring them all up at once. I'm sure they'll have it at some point, but that's my biggest one. Oh, that's yours. Okay, Curtis Granderson. 2,780 plate appearances, just meets the threshold there. WOBA of 358 and an OBP of 351. Coming in at number 2 for WOBA, 71,000 plate appearances. Yeah, just play packs only. I've only got 2 variants on my pack only team, so that's horrible. 359 WOBA, 326 OBP. Your number 2 hitter in bronze is Gus Bell. And not the variant Gus Bell, the regular Gus Bell. I know a lot of people were in on Gus Bell early on. I don't know how his variant compares. I don't know if he has enough at-bats with a variant. Maybe Serpent, you can let us know if there's any Gus Bell variant with over 2,500 at-bats. Floyd says he's a stud. Where do you play him, Floyd? Do you actually put him in center field or do you put him at DH? Ryan LaHare, non-variants. 16,000 plate appearances. Again, a newer card. So when Serpent gave me the data, even if the data is just 3 or 4 days old, it might have changed with some of these newer cards. I'm at left field and DH. You have Gus level 5 as number 1. Oh, really? Okay, interesting. And the number 1 bronze by Woba. Place your bets. Place your bets. Who's it going to be? 14,364 plate appearances. A Woba of 372. OBP of 339. So we're going from a 359 Woba all the way up to a 372. What do you guys think? Here's your 10-minute warning again to enter the pack ripping contest. I just put the link back in the chat. If you want a chance to win some packs. I want at least 4 guesses before I show it. We got Harper. We got Mattingly. Who is it? Who is the best Woba? We got Orge. Cooper. All good choices. Interesting enough. Interesting. A lot of you picked first baseman there. I do have the level 5 Garth Orge, and it's not Garth Orge at number 1. I was hoping my level 5 Garth Orge would be in there. I also have the level 5 catcher Mike Stanley and level 5 Tom Poquette. Neither of them are there. Okay, let's show you. Number 1 for Woba, according to Serpent Stats, is... there he is. He posted some information earlier, so this is the ones he posted is a little bit higher, I think, or a little bit different. I don't know. I don't know the difference in time between what you gave me and what's showing here. First baseman, Brian LaHare. Look at that profile. I don't think you want to use him against the lefties. So considering there might be a lot of inexperienced managers that don't platoon LaHare, he might get some bats against the lefties. Oh, those ones are just projections. Okay. Okay, these ones here are just projections? Okay. Gotcha. So if you don't own this card yet, do you have anything on a variant on him yet? Actual Serpent? Is anyone using the variant? I haven't come across him as a variant yet. Bell level 5 is number 2 Woba. So yeah, feel free to ask about any other players. We'll go through some comparisons again. First of all, the most used batter, or the batter in Bronze Quicks that has played 119,513 plate appearances. And Serpent, when is this data? When did you start collecting? Is this from the beginning of the cycle, or is it later in March? Do you have an idea of when you started collecting? And yeah, remember, people that collect data are in different tournaments. They play different teams. Could be slightly different. Since the beginning? Okay, so this is since the beginning. 119,000 plate appearances. And it is No surprise here. The regular Tony Batista is the card that has been played the most, at least in terms of plate appearances for batters. And he was on our top 10. And here he is as our most used. I think it was in our top 10 as a variant, though. Well, thank you so much, Flash. I enjoy putting these tutorials together. And what makes it really, really nice for me is it gets the community involved. So far, we've had Flying WV, we have Serpent, we have others that are going to give me data in upcoming episodes. So if we compare the regular Chris Davis to the level 5 Chris Davis, here's another case of pretty big difference, except for stolen bases, oddly enough. He seems to be a little slower as a level 5. So anything jump out for you with the regular Chris Davis and the variant? The variant's played 7,500 innings. The regular 26,000 plus. You know, for him, a fairly big boost in average. Fairly big boost in OPS. Strikes out a couple percent lower. And a little bit more pop in his bat for home runs. So there is a Chris Davis variant compared to the regular. Next, comparing the base Jeff Keppinger with the variant, because the variant was in our top 10. And when Serpent gave me this, Serpent said to me, he said, Lap, here's one of those cases where it's not really worth it to invest in the level 5 variant because the difference between the two isn't really extreme. And you can see that here. There is a difference, obviously. He is better as a level 5, but just in small amounts. In fact, he's a little better home run rise as the base. Now that's 70,000 compared to 6,000, so that's quite a difference in sample size. But based on what we see so far, this is not really a level 5 variant that you really should be probably paying up too much for. Probably your resources are better to go somewhere else. Whereas with Booten and Baldwin, we saw huge differences. So still Woba 342 for his base card, which is pretty good. Next up, comparing the base Tuffy Rhodes, who was in our top 5, with the level 5 Tuffy Rhodes. Again, quite a difference in sample size. The variant is only 1,500 at bats compared to 38,000. Here you do see a little bit more extreme difference between the two. So if I had the choice to get a Tuffy or a Keppinger, I'd want the Tuffy. One 1.5% home run boost. Strikes out 5% less of the time. And little improvements in some area, bigger improvements in slugging, pretty big improvement in average from a 251 to a 288. Stolen bases tripled. So he's stealing more than twice the amount of bases. So you could probably move his slider up a little bit on the variant. And again, it could just be, you know, the manager, whoever has these level 5 variants. Remember this you don't know what their sliders are set for. You don't, all those factors come into play as well. But the Tuffy Roads variant does seem like an improvement, a worthwhile improvement. Next up, we got to look at a couple Blue Jays. How is the base Jose Canseco compared to the level 5 Jose Canseco? Again, he's got a very bottom heavy profile, strong on the power and eye, not very good anywhere else, better against the righties, I believe. And here is the difference here. Again, small sample sizes, not a ton of people use Jose Canseco in quicks. So take the numbers with a little bit of a grain of salt because of the sample size. But you can see, you know, he is much better as a variant. He was easy to level too. I have the Jose Canseco level 5, and it didn't take me. It wasn't very expensive to get him. I think I can't remember the player. There were a couple players that were pretty cheap that were worth quite a bit. But again, not a card that is used a lot, according to this data here. And one more Blue Jay, we got to talk about the most used card, Tony Batista base, compared to those that have paid up for a Tony Batista level 5. And here is your difference. So you tell me, Serpent, is a level 5 Batista, based on what you see here, is it worth the upgrade? What would you say? Is it big enough of a boost to pay? First of all, you're probably paying 30, 40,000 for the variant, and then you got to boost them. To me, I don't see it worth it. I'd rather save for one of the pitchers. But again, there's a huge difference in the sample size, 138,000 compared to, you know, less than 5,000. Depends on your budget. Yeah, if you have an unlimited budget, you don't care about. As long as it's more blue, that's all you care about. So again, yesterday I entered a tournament and it did very well. Also, Serpent gave me this information, which I think is very telling as well. 77% of all batters faced righties. So if you do enter bronze quicks, you are going to play a lot of right-handed pitchers. That's why, you know, Pumpsy Green and any player that is dominant against the lefties, is it worth to invest in them right now? Maybe not, especially if you're platooning them. You may only see action against your relievers in a pinch hitting role. But yeah, a lot of lineups I see, all 5 starters are righties. But that'll change. And when that does change, I think Pumpsy Green is so good against the lefties that when some more dominant lefties start to be used as starters, he's still going to do really well. So he might be one of those cards you try and get a cheap combinator of or variant of now and just keep them, boost them up slowly so that when people start using lefty pitchers, then you plug them in your lineup. All right. So again, big shout out to Serpent. I do have Serpent presenting next week's data as well. On Thursday, 1 week from today, he is going to do the same thing with Iron and give us all the top plays at Iron, even if they're variants. Again, carbon copy of kind of what we saw today, but at the Iron level. So if you do play Iron, make sure you tune in for that. And then in following community data dumps, Flying WV is going to give me some information in May with the 5L. Going to present you the 1914 top bronze iron cards according to the 5L data. This is the oldest tournament in the game right now, 1914. So if you want some information on dead ball play, dead ball cards at the lower levels, because eventually there will be dead ball dailies. There were last year. We're going to see a dead ball daily. So this is going to be very useful information on our dead ball cards, or cards that perform well in that era. And then the next day, we're going to go over the data that Castanar is collecting on the 6L. So that is from the Power era 1996. Again, iron and bronze cards only. So we'll have back-to-back days investigating the two Laptop Hound tournaments. Coming up on May the 8th, iDub is going to give me some gold data. Yeah, we're going to look at gold. I'm more of a lower level guy, but some of you love gold. Who doesn't love gold? It's like almost 4,000 an ounce right now. At Costco, my Costco, gold selling for like 4,200 an ounce. Well, we got some gold data coming up on May 8th. And then on May 15th, Flying WV is back to give us a specific tournament set of data. That is the bronze non-live. Because again, May 1st, May 5th, there's a live update. So it's going to take a while to get the new live card updates. So he's going to give us some non-live data from bronze on May 15th. Again, anyone out there that wants to contribute data for my streams, please reach out to me on Discord, send me a DM and say, hey, I've got a lot of data on Diamond or the non-live iron, whatever. Even if it's just one specific tournament that might be able to help someone out, reach out to me on Discord and we'll set up something to get that information to me. I do like a minimum of 1,100 innings pitched and 2,500 at-bats. So you would need to have a fair bit of data collected. Okay. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to open packs. We're going to hunt out the rookie cards. And by that, I mean the cards that came out today. Let's see if we can get one of those Immortals. Flying WV opened up all the bad packs already. Let's see if we can get some of the good ones. All right, guys, back in 3 minutes' time. All right. Again, I want to thank Serpent for taking the time and his Cape Cod Sharks for putting together all that information for me, putting it on an Excel sheet and making it really easy for me to understand so I could put my slides together. And I hope you guys found something useful for it. And if you're a new player, hope you put together a bronze team that is very successful. Speaking of bronze quicks, let's see how I'm doing. This was the team I put together last night based on Serpent's data. I won one tournament, and I'm currently in the semifinals of this one right here, going up against the Lee Valley Cats. And we've taken a 1-0 lead so far. So went up against the Captains in round 1 and the Reeds in round 2. Let's see who's on the other side of the bracket. Grenoble and the Burlington Bees. A-Dub has some competition. Burlington Bees. All right, well, semifinals is always the toughest to lose because you get no prizes for that. Let me go check out the other bronze I'm in, which was started later. How far are we into this one? Well, again, got to at least the second round, taking out that team, and now going up against the Diamond Devils. Always tough opposition. So hopefully one of these two, I can at least make it to the final and get that one pack. All right, what else is going on? See if I'm missing anything. Yeah, thanks a lot to Serpent for sure. Thanks for sharing. Yeah, and that's the thing is like, I want community members that are willing to share. Like, yeah, we could have kept that Baldwin pitcher card as the stud secret and not came out with that, but I don't care. Let people know. Like, let people try to improve their rosters. And I don't have one. I'm trying to get one. And now I'm trying to put myself in a situation where it's going to be a lot tougher for me to find one because it's going to be more expensive. But hey, it's all for the good of the community, trying to educate and trying to make some of these new players and intermediate players even a little bit better. And I don't have to do all the data collection. So thank you, Serpent, and everyone out there that collects data. Thank you for putting that time in because it's not easy to do unless you have some sort of extra help. But OOTP doesn't make it very easy to put together a lot of useful data. It'd be nice if I could go in and, go to a website or something and go 5L, show me all the top players. Click a button and it magically does that. As of now, it doesn't do that. So thank you for all of you guys that take time to collect data. Okay, let's go close off the pack opening form and end the show by opening some packs. 70 standard and 15 silver. Looks like we're ending up with 63 entries. That's quite a bit. That's more than the 7 that we get for our head-to-head matchup on Tuesdays. Okay, closing off the form. Guys have had all day to fill it out. Let's check out what you guys are thinking. How many cards from today's TWIP set that includes the Immortals and the 3 future legend cards that came out? 71% say 0 to 1. I'd say that's a strong bet. Although those silvers, those future legend silvers throw a little bit of a wrench in it, right? Because I'm opening 15 silver packs. You never know. Will I get a perfect? 65% say no, so 2/3 of you are on the negative train. First diamond card, 70% think it will be alive. Better write these down. Versus historical. Will I get a variant? 78% say yes. Hitter is the popular choice for the 40 overall. And then will I get a stud pack with 2 or more gold? 60% say yes. Tiebreaker, if we get that far, what is the first card? 42 all the way to 71. And then our last pack, which is a silver pack, if we need this as a tiebreaker, 44 to 91. Ooh, whoever said 91, I sure hope so. Okay, let me create my sheet. All right, get those emotes going, guys. Come on, rev it up. Mario says it's time to get things started. Right, Mario? Where are you, Mario? Okay, let me just get back to the right screens here. Keep that there. Okay, let's go into the game. Get those emotes going. Don't be shy. Spread the emote love. Yeah, Bronze Jackie will be an interesting one. I mean, that is just a week old now. So I don't know. I don't know if Bronze Jackie has got 2,500 plate appearances yet. He'll get there quickly, though. Okay, so we're open 70. Was it 70? Yes, 70 regular packs. So I need to open until I have 37 left. And then 15 silver puts us at 25. Here we go, folks. Let's do this. First card as a tiebreaker is 56 overall, Jose. Again, the other card I'm kind of really just paying attention to is the 40. Everything else will be obvious when it is turned over here. No 40s there. See if we get some of those cards we talked about for bronze today. Carlson, who was a good card last year. That Hal Carlson in OTP 25 was a long-lasting meta card. If you see any other cards pop up at any level, just say, yeah, that Henry Blanco is a good card. Again, the more we can educate people, the better. McClendon is a pretty good card at Iron. I know that. Plays several positions. Today's set, really easy to recognize. I'm just looking at the Future Legend cards and the Immortal cards, or I can back out and look at the recently released cards and see if any of them have turned green for me. Means I own it. Ooh, iDub put a 56. Holy smokes. Did you rent out a franchise time machine? Take a little trip ahead? What did you put iDub for your 40 overall? Pitcher or a hitter? There's a silver. I think maybe our first silver. And we have a gold finally. Our first gold is Bruce Dalcanton. Ooh, he's got a very purple profile. Very purple. Interesting. All right, still looking for that 40. Oh, there it is. Danny Jimenez. He's a reliever. He's a pitcher. That'll help you out if you guessed pitcher. Another gold card is Cole Reagans. He's a duplicate. All right, Kansas City fans, is Cole Reagans going to a diamond? It looks like he's a live spec card because it looks like one person has 5 bids on Cole Reagans. So by analyzing this, I would say that people are speccing he goes to diamond. What do you think? Did I just earn an extra 3,000 by pulling a Cole Reagans? I'm keeping them. Yeah. You're really an addict if you want to complete the live missions 5 times. I'm thinking that's live spec all day. All right, let's see if we can get. Oh, is this one? No, Shane Smith. So Shane Smith, we talked on Flying WV's data from last week. He presented the silver data. If you want to check out the top silver cards, go watch the VOD from last Thursday. And Flying WV had Shane Smith as the #1 silver pitcher. He is a duplicate for me. Probably part of a mission at some point, but I'll sell him for now. Lou Blue. Don't forget, the commish should be on at about 7 p.m. Eastern with EMLB and their big Thursday evening show. And he plays well in gold, Shane Smith, just like Jim Booten plays in silver. There are some cards that do play up a level for sure. 293. All right, still looking for a variant, a perfect, a diamond, 2 gold or higher packs. And usually we open 70 packs for these contests. Today we're opening 85 just to get a few more open, try and get those Immortal cards. Pretty much any Immortal I pull will fit on my team. Will automatically go into the lineup. I am in high gold right now, so doing pretty good. Tom Murphy. It's always like these ones. I like, is he going to go down? Should I be selling Tom Murphy? Now it's not a duplicate, so I am going to keep him because it looks like I just finished the San Francisco mission. But if he was a duplicate, I'd be like, I don't know. Is he going up? Is he going down? Am I going to lose 900 points? Not looking really good right now for any high level cards. Again, if you're negative on these contests, you're probably going to do well. All right, here we have a diamonds. Now, Immortal Diamonds did come out today. How about a nice boon? Flying WV had him on his team in the bounty. Can I pull some synchronicity and get the Brett Boone? Hey, I'm not going to complain about a 99 Jim Tomei. Look at that, chat. So it is a historical diamond. That is beautiful. Jim Tomei. Now, later in the cycle, that Avoid K is just going to kill him. But for now, I want to get him in right now for the next sim. Shane Smith sold. And let's take out Adam Dunn. I think you peaked, buddy. Adam Dunn. Getting 251 now in high gold. My other one is Giambi. You know what? He's not doing well either. I'm going to keep the limited edition. I'm going to get rid of Giambi. And I'm going to bring in Jim Tomei. Get him in now before I forget. Tomei against the lefties and righties. Frank Howard. You're okay. Biggio, you're okay. Let's go Biggio, second base. Garth Orge out. Although Garth as a level 5 bronze variant has done pretty well in low gold and high gold. But we can't sit Jim Tomei. First base and DH. Done. Orge. Go. Done there and Orge there. Yeah, we'll leave that. Okay, Jim Tomei, welcome to the lineup, sir. Let's try that out. You forget to set your PT lineup every night? Yeah, I know, especially us West Coasterners, right? That PT live catches us all the time. I was able to get mine. There were two Paddock and Reagans I got going today. And then that Modlensky was scheduled to start. I don't know if he actually did or will, but he's scheduled to go or was in game against the Dodgers tonight. Might not be the best play, but. And Soto, you get back in there, sir. And just in case I forget, because Ducci, I might forget. Let's put in Yamamoto. And let's put in. Let's go against the White Sox. Let's put in a bronze. Any relievers? Oh, 2 of them. Well, that makes things easy for me. All right. Hitters we won't worry about right now. De La Cruz needs to come in, except he can't. Let's take out him and put in. Just put in a random person for now. There we go. All right, back to the pack opening. We have about 40 more regular and 15 silver. Still expected to start? Okay, good. Can't change them now, so not much I can do on them. So we pulled 1 diamond so far, Jim Tomei. That's the best card we pulled so far. And again, have not pulled, as you can see here, any of the new cards. So we're basically from Luke all the way up. That was question number 1. If any of these cards will be pulled today, majority of people said 0 to 1, which again is probably safe until we get to the silver packs anyway. I could see myself pulling 2 of those future legends. Let's go. Come on. Can I get a variant? Can I get 2 gold? Can I get a perfect? What do you guys, what do you think, looking at today's cards, what do you think was the best card playability today? What would you say in terms of an upgrade for your team? What is the one best card? Because there were diamonds and perfect, so they're all good cards. But what would you say is the best card that came out today? I was prepping for my show. I didn't get a good look at them. Lindor? Oh, so it's pretty obvious. Wow. Unanimous. Lindor. Mr. Audit said Toad. Max got Lindor, Rosen, and Gabby. Wow. Yeah, you've used it all. You've used up mine. How's it going in Perfect League, Max? Are you in contention still as we get into the last couple days? Congratulations, by the way, on making perfect. I don't know if you made it last year at all, but to make it in April in this cycle, that's amazing. Well done. First time in perfect and 11 games under. Yeah, that's welcome, rookie. I mean, that's the thing with Perfect League. And, there's so much I love about the game. But, as with all games, the better you are, generally, the more you're rewarded, which again makes sense. But, if you win Perfect League, you get what, 700 stars, which again buys you the next meta 500 card shop star. Or it gets you, so many points when you make perfect, which might be enough to get you that next variant. I love those first time promotion bonuses at all the different levels, starting with silver. Those points are very nice to get. You're 7 under. Oh, you've had quite the streak then. All right, we've got our diamond. We've got our 40 overall card. Otherwise, we haven't really hit on anything. Jim Tomei was the diamond I got. We had a reliever as the 40 overall. Smattering of a few golds. Then we end off with 15 silver once we're done the regulars. Where are we at now? 48. We got to get down to 37. So we have 11 more. Another gold card. A duplicate. What if someone wants to pay up a little for him? 2476. Someone wants a spec on him a little bit. There's Tuffy Rhodes. We talked about Tuffy today. All right, we're down to 6 more regular. Now it shows a new card, but that must be from last week. When was this one? We're not going to sell you. I hate selling 79s. Not going to sell them just in case they go up. All right, 2 more regular packs and then 15 silver. Oh, Tuesday for the perfect game. Oh, okay. was wondering, I don't think anything else came out this week, but yeah, I forgot those ones. Thank you, Jinx. Here's our last standard pack, and then we're down to 15 silvers. And it looks like we are on a break. So when we come back, we will finish off, award our prize, and then head off to our Thursday evening. Be back in a few minutes.
Is pretty great if you like polar bears and lakes. Ride a moose to Nunavut if you're trying to get away. We're all different but the same, and that's something we embrace. I think that's pretty friggin' great, eh, bud? Here comes the 2 to the 3 feet of snow. Playing hockey anywhere, there's a rink or a road. It's a party up here in the great white north. Friggin' rights, let's go.
All right, welcome back for the last segment here. We have 15 silver packs left to open. Still have not pulled a perfect or a variant or a pack with 2 or more gold cards. Time is running out, so let's see if we can end off with some good cards. Come on, 1 Immortal. That is not asking too much. 15 silver packs. 1, 2, 3 silvers there. Anything worth listing? Might as well. Anything? Actually, I don't know. I'm going to hang on to these guys for now. Ooh, we got the Philip Humber. First time I've got that one. So I got 2 of the cards that came out on Tuesday. Doesn't count for the contest. We're only looking for cards today. What's he selling for? Oh, he's come down quite a bit. 50 packs, you got 1 Immortal. Well, I'm opening 85 packs. Flying WV, I think, opened like close to 300 packs and did not do that well. I think he got a spot pack, though. All right, come on. Give me something to get excited about here. I'll even take a variant worth over 1,000. This has just been ugly. We did hit a Jim Tomei 99 historical diamond very early in the pack opening, but not much else. Not worth much, but let's get something out of them. Okay, how many more silver packs to go? We got to go till we have 25 left. We have 6 more. 6 more. Cavacom. Jeez, 90 minutes. I can give you 12. Unless I play your video on loop. George Mullen. 1493. Good to see you, Cavicom. Cavicom streaming every Sunday until he's eliminated from all playoff contention. And in a month's time, a month from tomorrow, he will not be able to stream OOTP 24. 1/3 of his content will be gone. Four more packs. Yeah, this has not been a fun pack opening. Flying WV, I feel for you. I'm with you. Two more. Last pack, very last card will be our second tiebreaker. What's it going to be? It's going to be a 45. So we got 0 cards from today. We had 0 perfects today. We have 0 variants from today. I warned you guys. I said, just be negative. We had a 40 overall pitcher. We had a historical diamond. And we did not get a pack with golds or higher. We did as worse. Well, other than the 2 diamonds, you couldn't get much worse than 85 packs. Even our silvers weren't great. All right, let me double check. 37 regular, 25. Yep. That is it. I'm not even going to try a spot pack because not with the way things have been going. We did get the 2 cards that came out on Tuesday or Monday. Didn't get the Canerco. He's selling for $8,000. And the other one, Rios, he's expensive. And let's see, did anyone list a Baldwin today? Because we can't do a watch list for variants. I always like to sort them by auction ending. Let's refresh. Did we get James? No. I just wanted to put in a buy order that would get beat out in the last second. That's one thing I don't like about these auctions too. I know it's probably you can't do it many other ways, but the sniping at the end. Well, is there a Batista out there? It's another card I want. Well, he's got 12 hours to go. Cheap, 10K. Okay, put him on my watch list. Oh, I can't do that. Who else do I want? Booten. None of those for sale. How about a Wayne Simpson? There's another one. 23 hours to go. He's at 11K. Put him on my watch. No, can't. He's going to go for a lot more than 11K. Now, will I remember to come back tomorrow? Probably not. And let's check out one more. Let's check out Tuffy. Any Tuffy roads? Going for 31K with, he was just listed like 4 hours ago. It's already going, or he's posted for 31K. Someone knows what they're doing. All right. Time to declare our winner and move on. I cannot stay until the commish comes on in an hour. I've reached my peak. Actually, about an hour ago. Am I alive in either of the bronzes? Ooh. All right. Thanks to Serpent. Let's check out how my 2 bronze quicks are doing today. Maybe I'll end up higher on the Exto 4-ass list. Oh, the worst possible game to lose is game 5 in the semifinals. Of course, I'm going to lose it. That's the worst game you could lose because you don't get rewarded with anything. I'm not even going to watch that. Let's check my other one. Where is it? This one here. Oof, you got it. Oh, well, I skunked the devil diamonds, diamond devils, diamond D, the double D's. Skunked them. Batista got a home run. Orge got a home run, and Frank Robinson got a home run. Oh, didn't Serpent mention 2 of those guys as the top 10 batters to use? Oh, I think he did. 13-7. So now I get another semifinal matchup that I'll lose in game 5. There's my 2-step, Jenks. Okay, back to the sheet. Sheet, I said. Don't put words in my mouth. Sheet. Okay, let's go back over here. How many cards will I get from today's set? Well, first we got to create a filter. How many did I get today? Was it 4 or 5? 6 maybe? Someone refresh my memory. How many cards did I get from today? Let me look at my notes. Oh, I don't have anything written down. Yeah, 13. Let's look at all the pessimistic people. Oh, look at all these Oh, thank you guys so much. The love and optimism that you guys show are just amazing. Man, I've never had to scroll so much after the first question, including iDub. I'm disappointed. You could at least thrown one and give me like, I'm going to get 3 today. Oh, man. Question 2. Will I get a perfect card? Let's see. Let me count how many of those I got today. I got Let's look at all the pessimistic people. Oh, I still am scrolling. You guys, I want to buy you all a beer. Never. Well, at least you took my advice. Number 3, what's the first diamond card? It was a historical. We're going to lose a few people here. We are down to Castanar, Chubby Chernobyl, iDub, Oof, Late to Hate, and GT Sundown. Anyone but iDub. Will I get a variant today? I told you. I warned you, be pessimistic. You'd still be alive if you were pessimistic. We're down to 2. And we have a winner. With question number 5, we have 2 different answers. We pulled the 40 overall reliever. And in my books, that means it is pitcher. our winner of today's contest, the 5th entry today, goes to someone that I believe has won this before. He knows how bad I am at opening packs. He is a good student. Congratulations goes out to Castanar Tiger GDK for winning the pack opening contest. 0-0 historical. That was a good guess. No pitcher. I did not get the 2 golds, so Castanar would have lost on that one. And my tiebreaker was 56. He had 62. Like seriously, you the amount of packs I've given some people like Castanar, outrageous, but well deserved, well deserving. Okay, let me write that down. You join Flying WV, Ken R48, and now we have Tiger GDK, a 10-pack winner. I didn't like that pack opening, especially today on Immortal Day. I did not like that pack opening. So you know what? You guys can read. You can read that stuff. Like just read. Just read that. Thank you guys for all the support today. Thank you for the follows. Hollywood, thank you. Thank you, Exta Co-Person. Thank you, Mac. Thank you as well, WR Miller. Thanks, OOTP and Spore for the raid. Thanks for the boiled egg sub. Boiled egg, you're alone today. You are unique. You are alone. You are the only subber today. So you get the extra shout out. Boiled egg 1974. Thanks, 22 months. Thank you. A big thank you to Exterpriant for providing the data for today's tutorial. And as always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others. We're here for a good time. We're here for a long, have a good time. The sun can shine. We'll see you next episode.
Ooh, isn't it a pity? And every year has a share of tears. Every now and then it's gotta rain. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can shine every day. We're here for a good time, not a long time. So have a good time. The sun can shine every day. So have a good time. The sun can shine every day. The crack of the bat, the cheers from the stands, with donuts and Tim Hortons filling our hands. We lived for the moments, the bronze cards and the J's. But tonight we're just saying we'll see you again another day. Under the computer glow, where our dreams used to fly,
Each bounty was a journey. We reached for the sky. Now the scoreboard is empty, the microphone is off, but Lap will be back again with another stream to lift off. So we'll see you next time when the ball meets the bat, where missions and sliders are where our hearts are at. The very end still calling, it's more than a game. In the echoes of summer, we'll remember your name. From the outfield to dugout, each place has a story of moments of triumph and fleeting glory. The gloves may be resting, the cleats put away, but the love for this pastime forever will stay. The seasons may change, join the 5L and shoot for the win. The raid is underway, stay tuned for another streamer to begin. Thank you for watching, you are the best. I love you all, thanks for being my guest. We are here for a good time, not a long time, so have a good time. The sun can't shine every day. Enjoy your day, shine your light, be kind and